toot here, toot toot.
Ha 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 ha. Okay, I think I started.
Did you though?
The world may never know. It says starting.
It'll just be an hour of singing that song.
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Make Stuff Monday. I'm
Hello.
CM Dragonlark.
And I'm CM Jello Shaker. I have a hat on today.
There's a hat. There's hats happening.
There are hats everywhere, actually.
The dream is real. I moved this over because I was quiet last time. Alright, so quickly gonna go to today. I'm gonna try to make a Starry Lulu. As you see, if you're a fan of Dragon Saga, that picture is not of a Starry Lulu. That is a Starry Lala, I think. But I couldn't find a really good picture I liked of the Starry Lulus.
Are there Lolos and
There's a bunch of different colors, but the color kind of determines it. This one's eyes are a little different too. So what you're going to need for this is 2 circular cutouts of the color of your choice, depending on the type you're creating. 8 triangle cutouts. I made this kind of looks like a Star Trek symbol. You don't need it to be that shape. My thought process when I was going through this was incorrect. So even just triangles that are the shape you want, so you can have all the same sort of shapes. You're going to need fabric markers, or you can use black felt if you'd like, but fabric markers are easier and they're quicker. You're going to need thread. I would actually recommend, instead of using black and white thread like I'm going to be using thread the color of the cloth you are using, because then it disappears easier. And of course you're going to need needles, stabby things, for to stab. See, this is a needle, in case you didn't know. I'm going ahead and I've already finished the very first part of this, but I saved one of the little starfish arms to do on the live stream. Also, pro tip, when you thread the needle, don't use a whole bunch of thread, because it'll knot and it'll be the worst thing ever. This
So,
amount of thread
something
is
to
too
not
much thread.
Do?
Yes, but I'm doing it because the end. Okay, so
Do as I say, not as I do.
yeah, you'll see why probably as I mess this up horribly. So we're gonna use a back stitch, like I did on these. And if you don't know what a back stitch is, let me show you. We're gonna start at the bottom. It doesn't really matter which side, but one of the sides. And you're not gonna start at the very bottom, because we're gonna need to stitch along here, We're gonna stop like right here, a little bit away from the bottom, and you're gonna stab it, stabby, and put it all the way through both triangles. And then, see, you put it all the way through, and then if you don't have a billion yards of thread, it doesn't create this problem that I've created for myself where everything's knotting. So now I spend a decade pulling the thread through because I used way too much thread. I thought I'd be saving time because I was like, oh, I don't want to like restring stuff, and then as soon as I did that, I realized why have I done this? Alright, so we're gonna pour that through. See, it's pulled through. Now, I'm gonna go through the back, and I'm gonna go right behind where I went. So it's gonna be closer to this side. I'm gonna go right behind there, almost on the same exact spot. And I'm gonna go through again, and then we're gonna go through the horrible process that I just went through. Again,
You're really selling people on crafting this
all
stuff,
of this thread through. It's fine when this is what happens. This is what happens when you have like a bunch of thread. It just tangles like that, stupidly. No, it's fun unless you do it like I'm doing it. I created a little octopus plushie this weekend.
I saw that. It was super, super cute.
Vaguely like an octopus. Thanks.
It was adorable.
You're adorable.
Aww.
That's an extra piece of thread. That's why that was stupid. Alright, so once you've done that, this is the first stitch, guys. So now you're back where you were to begin with, and you're going to go over a little bit. You'll probably, the smaller the stitches, the better it is, but I want to go fast, so I'm going to go a little further than I should.
Wait, are we doing Sonic stuff? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, we definitely got to go fast. Oh no, I did this incorrectly. Why did I do that? Okay, it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine. just ignore what I just said. Everything's fine. And you'll probably want to be sort of towards the edge too, because then you get more star space. Star space. Wah! This is not working the way I want it to, because I have too much thread. Again, it would have been so much faster for me just to take this whole thing apart and start over, but that's for quitters. We don't quit on Make Stuff Monday. We just keep going.
Don't. We just go until we can no longer go. We should make a CM Astra do Bob Ross.
Yes.
Everyone needs
The rage is
experience.
for everyone.
You should also do Bob Ross.
I'm not sure if I'd be angry enough at Bob Ross. I don't think I have the kind
I
of
don't think
anger.
anybody else would be angry. I really think it's just me.
Oh my god, what did I do here?
Well, you put some thread through a needle, and then you stuck the needle in the stuff.
Oh, see, this is what it became tangled. Oh, it's too long. Why did I do this? Alright, so again, we don't need this much thread. We don't. This was super unnecessary. Now it's like tied up somehow. How did that happen?
What did you do?
I was so prepared for this, and then this happened. It like tied itself in a knot somehow. Alright, so
You were not prepared.
I was not prepared. Alright, so I'm gonna do what I should have done immediately upon discovering my error. I'm gonna cut this with these scissors, by the way, who don't even want to cut thread. Just as a heads up, that's a thing.
Get some good scissors, guys.
Good scissors are the best. Alright, so this is about the length of the thread you want. Like, you probably can't really see this. But you want it to be about half the length I had it. At the most. At the most, it should be halfway, as long as I had it. And then, hello Shine, hello newbie noobs. Happy Monday. Happy holidays. May all of your Monday holidays be fantastic.
Is it Monday and a holiday?
I mean, it's the
I was
holiday
not
season.
informed. Does that mean we get to leave?
No.
Goodbye.
Because I randomly said it.
Uh-huh.
Feel free to leave. I make no promises about how well that will go down with the rest of the office. Alright, so we're going to do this again. Only it's going to work because I have less thread. See how much easier that is? Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go ahead and do that over again. You can see I go right where I put it back through the other side at the exact same spot I went through, and then go further. There we go. This will go much faster because you can just go ahead and sew that way instead of worrying about all the terrible things you're doing. Okay. Another thing, you won't want these ends to be really long because then it gets tangled up in what you're doing. So go ahead and clip the ends with your scissors that don't like thread. And then continue to sew stuff and just keep doing this forever. Or until we get to the next part.
Until it turns into a plushie by magic.
Like magic. So backstitching is a really cool thing. It keeps it kind of sturdy. We're going to be doing a ladder stitch next too, I think. I'm going to try doing that for the other part. There isn't currently a tutorial online for Starry Lulus or Lalas. So I watched a bunch of tutorials about stars. Not actual stars, star plushies.
That's relevant.
Try to think of how to make this work. And then instead of doing any of the things they did, I did something entirely different. So we'll see how this goes. So you're going to want to do this for all 5 points of the star that you created. So all 5 little triangles are going to do this. And remember, right now you want it to sort of be inside out. So the part you drew on and the part you want to be on the outside should be facing out, or the part you want to be on the inside, you want to be facing outwards right now because we're going to be turning this inside out. So it'll hide the thread. All right. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Has anyone in chat ever made a step down before? I just started to do this recently, so I'm kind of still a noob. I've just watched a whole lot of videos in the last week, so I can pretend I know what I'm doing. about you, Jello Shaker?
That's what I do all the time. Haven't you watched the past Make Stuff Mondays? How many times have I, if we played a game of how many times I've uttered the words, "What am I doing" on this show? If I had a nickel for every time I've said it, I'd be rich.
No, I mean, what? Have you ever made a plushie before?
Oh. You could have stopped me a lot earlier in that.
I could have. I was like, what is happening?
Have I ever made a plushie before? I've only done the needle felting stuff.
Yeah.
Which is completely different. Completely different.
Yeah.
I've always thought about making plushies, and then I thought, no.
It's pretty much cheaper just to go online and buy a plushie than to spend. The octopus plushie I made took me 8 hours. And it still looks really, not good.
That is a work day.
Yep. 8 hours, and it still looked... And I did something wrong, so I was just like, dang it.
Hey, how do you get better, though? By doing it.
I know.
And then soon enough, you know what's going to happen, right?
No.
You'll just be creating these things in 3 hours.
That would be amazing. All I need to do is be able to finish this in an hour, which is looking perilously unlikely at this point. Perilously.
That is a dollar word.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like I've heard it said. It means it's a big word.
Oh.
No, I have not done my journal for 5 days now. Oops.
Now, one of the important things when you're doing things like this is you would really want all of your triangles to be the same size, and you want to be sewing in a straight line, which is not what I'm doing, but that's what you should be doing if you decide to create a little Starry Lulu plushie for someone or yourself for the holidays, for a birthday, for whatever. Yeah. The little Woody plushies were way easier than this. There was many tutorials that were...
They were a cylinder.
Yeah, it's basically just a cylinder and then I drew on it. So, in case you guys are like, where is she going with this? What I'm going to do, probably very ineptly, is I'm going to be getting either side of this little triangle and sewing it to the circles, and then I'm going to try to make it like a single plush, if that makes sense. Instead of filling these individually with fluff, I'm gonna fill the whole thing at once. There was probably an easier way to do this, but what fun is that? So do you have any awesome holiday plans, Jello Shaker?
Sleeping.
That is an awesome holiday plan.
I have plans to hibernate through the weekend, into next week, into the week after that.
That's the spirit.
I don't think it's a bad plan at all.
It's not. That's a fantastic plan.
I'm going, at least that's the tentative plan, but
Yeah.
things always tend to happen.
So I'm gonna tie this off by doing this. No one ever explained this in the tutorials. I'm just kind of trying to copy what I saw them do, while not having any idea really what they were doing or why. Alright, so I should be able to just cut this off now. I'm stabbing these needles into one of the little felt creations I created when I was trying to make felt monsters. God, why does the scissors hate thread?
It doesn't hate thread. Those scissors hate everything.
It's the worst.
They hate paper. They hate thread.
Paper. How can scissors not be able to cut paper?
They hate those plastic bags.
Baby scissors like paper. I
No.
don't understand. Those child-proof scissors can cut paper, but this one can't. Why? Alright, so I'm gonna stop complaining about that and go on with this. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get one side of this. This would be so much easier if I'd made more space. So, one side of this, and I'm gonna connect it here. Do you see what I'm doing? There we go. And then after that, I'm gonna connect this one to the other side. On the inside though. It's important that it's on the inside. But they have to be separated so that there's room in between them. There has to be room. And then I'm gonna do that with all of these. And in a normal video, this is where they'd speed past what they're doing, but since this is a live stream,
Do it faster!
we
That's
all
the
get-
obvious solution.
I'm maybe gonna do a back stitch here. I guess I'll stick with the back stitch. Originally I was gonna try a ladder stitch, but I don't know. This is kind of a weird thing to do a ladder stitch with. Grr. Alright, there we go. This might be the wrong stitch to use for this too, just as a, oh, I shouldn't have done that from that side because that's gonna be outside. Oh well. It'll be fine.
Everything will be okay.
Everything's gonna be okay. It must be okay. Alright, so then, oh yeah, no, I can't do that like that. Whoop, 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 whoop. So, hopefully I'll be able to pull this right back through. Here's hoping. Thus ruining everything. Oh, you know what I can do actually? Let's not do that. Let's not ruin everything. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Alright.
Everything's just fine.
Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Welcome.
Hey, just popping in real quick.
hey Yoda.
Ooh, look! Oh my gosh, look at that.
It's
It's
okay.
making cute stuff when I make stuff.
I'm trying to and probably
Cute stuff Mondays.
Cute stuff
Here.
Mondays.
good. More difficult than I want it to be.
Ooh, I get nervous around needles. It's
Me too.
I've got a really great story that'll make that
No.
significantly worse.
no.
You always have a story like that.
I do.
Just like the ant story.
Just like the ant story.
Oh.
Hey, this one time I got in a headbutting competition with Pinhead. Yeah.
That's probably
That's exactly what happened, actually.
Oh, okay.
Just casually, it's fine.
Is that the thing that you're making in the corner?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the most frustrating to fight monster in Dragon Saga.
It's really cute though.
I like
so-
the pet because it just kind of like
Spins,
it just spins
like forever.
forever, and just
Yeah.
hangs out. It's awesome.
Very cool. Well, you guys have a good stream.
You guys have
Oh,
a
I bet they-
fantastic.
They just gave us thumbs ups.
Yay!
I don't know why.
Because of reasons. Oh. I'm sad we missed Oda during the Rose stream. He has to be in all the streams.
From now until forever.
Yes.
Well, next week. Oh.
Aww. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Good. I'm not on the camera. Sorry guys, I was sewing off camera. For shame.
How dare
I know you
you?
guys are really excited to see me stab myself.
They're like, why am I staring at this cloth that is being nudged around?
Yeah. They're just like, we're waiting for blood.
Please don't bleed all over the desk.
Well, I'll probably bleed all over the felt cloth, to be fair.
That's still not okay.
Alright. This would probably be better if I used a ladder stitch. But I'm not going back now. I've decided on this stitch and now there's no escape. There's so many kind of stitches, guys. I did not know this was a thing. But there are. There's a ladder stitch, there's a running stitch, there's a back stitch, as I've proven. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna finish this in time. I gotta do this like 5 more times. Actually, I gotta do this 10 more times. Ridiculous. Alright. Yeah. Because I gotta do this twice per thing. Is this on the side? This is on the side. Alright. Alright, so what I'm gonna do to save on thread and time is I'm going to just go ahead and start the next little star thing. There we go. This will be fine maybe. So I go ahead and set up the second one here. This will be fine. This will be fine. This will be fine.
Everything is okay. be okay.
I sure hope so. Ugh, this is really close to stabby. I'm just trying not to stab myself. I need like a thimble. So I can more confidently sew. Or, as Buttercup so intelligently suggested, a sewing machine. But what fun is a sewing machine? Then I would get done with this in a timely manner. Okay. I shouldn't have sewed so close to the bottom on these. Don't sew so close to the bottom on these, guys. It creates complications, which is the last thing you need in life. No one needs complications. Good. Alright, first I guess I should just... No, it's too late. I've already taken this path. Yeah. Alright, there we go. All the way through, all the way through. Alright. What am I doing? Alright. There we go. Alright. So it's not quite as entertaining to watch someone sewing. You okay? Surely. Surely you'll be okay. So another way to do this would just be to cut out a star shape and then sew the right color on top of it. Or the easiest yet least appealing look would be to cut a star shape out of like white felt and then just color in the right colors, which is something I considered. And looking at how difficult my choices were going to be. But then I didn't, because I thought this would maybe look nicer. We'll see.
Everything look you do looks nice.
Aw, that's not true.
Aww.
And I'm going to keep trying. The only way to get better. Keep
Exactly.
trying. That's the lesson of today. Always remember that, guys. Just gotta keep on swimming.
Swimming, swimming. Something about swimming. What are we?
Yes.
What were we doing?
Well, we weren't swimming. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Now, see, there we go with the stabbing. But there's no blood, guys. Sorry. Not gonna be that entertaining. Well, we've got, I don't even know the percentage this would be completed, or considered completed. Maybe like a sixth of the way completed. Because this is the last of the sewing that we need to do. After this, it's just all coloring, so it's not difficult. Let's go around there. It's considerably more difficult when you sew too close to the bottom like I did. You'll definitely want to leave a lot of space so as not to make this so much more difficult. Alright, so, oh, we're on to the third one. Good.
I believe in Dragonlark. It's the school anthem.
This actually kind of looks like it's not going to fit.
Don't
We'll
like
see.
Dragonlark.
It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
You promised me plushes.
I know. I'm trying.
You get this.
You're just saying that.
I mean, I am, but doesn't that make you feel better?
Nope.
Come on.
Alright. There we go. Oh man, that was not a good stitch, but I accept it anyway. See how
Love it
terrible
for who it is.
Yeah. I might have to start not stitching it completely, but going like one part at a time. Yeah, that'll be the easier way to do this. Not the easier, but the better way to do it so it doesn't look awful. Hello, Sophian.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. How is your day going? Thank you for joining us as I attempt to sew things. Alright. Just gotta believe.
Just gotta go fast.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna happen, but I've actually slowed down my own movements considerably due to some
For the sake
malfunction.
of not bleeding everywhere.
Yeah,
That's
and
good.
because my stitches were becoming so bad that I was like, this isn't gonna look right, so I need to slow down, even if it's gonna be awful. Awfully slow, I mean. Yeah. Alright. And I think I'll maybe be finished with the initial stitching for one side before the live stream is complete. My day's going pretty well. I'm trying to create a little Starry Lulu here, which is exciting. Alright, I'm using the wrong stitch though. Definitely should use a different stitch. The more you know, guys. Oop, what is that? There we go. Alright. Have you ever created a stuffed animal plushie before? Chat. If you have pointers, if you think that I am making mistakes, as is very likely. Please let me know. I would love your advice. Okay. So, there was a mistake here made, definitely. Can I do a Paris one? I think that Paris is definitely a higher level than I'm at. I'm gonna have to level up my plushie creation skills a little bit more before I can create a Paris. As you can see, I'm having trouble with a star.
So what you're saying is that it's Make Plush Monday
Yes.
forever and ever.
I'm just gonna take over.
I have zero problems with that.
Alright. And now you've promised the chat. And now there's no escaping that promise.
You know, you say, I promised,
You just said.
but the one who's gonna be doing it.
I don't mind trying. I like doing this. It's fun. Okay. Good. Yours entering the room. He's gonna get in here just in time for me to stab myself.
He's bringing in a box.
Boxes!
What is it for? What is it for?
You'll see later this week.
What's in the box?
I know what the box is for. Oh no, I messed this up. You're
All his fault. How dare he?
distracted me. Oh no, I fixed it. No, I didn't. Dang it. No, mistakes were made. There's knots in the thread. There's knots in the
No,
thread.
they're so naughty.
I hate you.
Do you? I'm not sure you do. I think you love me.
Aw, thank you. I'm trying. Okay. I'm trying to do good. But it's at a weird angle right now. So as you can see, there's sort of a problem is it looks like it's only gonna have that many legs. But I gotta fit that leg in too. It'll be fine. It'll be a little bit lopsided.
But that just makes it more lovable.
Sure.
Yes, sure. How dare you?
Ow. Oh, I
Are
stabbed
you
myself
okay?
with rails
Do you
that
need
time.
band-aids? Do I need to run first aid? Do I need to call an
No.
ambulance? Do I need to call 911? What do I do now?
It's gonna be okay. See, I'm kind of pulling this apart a little bit so that there'll be more space for that. Alright. That still stings. Maybe it is gonna bleed. No, just being annoying. Alright, so, yeah, you definitely want to make sure you've gotten the right measurements here. I probably didn't measure it quite right. Normally, when you don't measure something right, you gotta start all over again. But instead, I'm not gonna do that. The end. Alright. It's gonna look fine anyway. I've just determined that. I've just decided. We're halfway through this live stream. I'm technically on schedule, shockingly, with my timetable here, because I'm almost finished with one side of this, and I did have to do the sewing that one little star leg along the way, so I might actually finish this before the end, or I might finish it as good as it's gonna get. Okay. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think there's only one official Dragon Saga server.
There is.
So,
It's ours.
yeah,
It's us.
we cannot assist a private server.
What's a private server?
A private server is an illegal server where someone has stolen intellectual property. Okay, I don't. There's just not enough room for these legs. I'm trying to decide if I'm past the point of no return. I'm going to try this anyway somehow. What I'm going to have to do that, though, is unpleasant. Yep, this is going to be unpleasant. I'm so sorry, little Starry Lala, but this is for your own good. It'll look really weird otherwise. So forgive me for tearing your legs apart. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this up. So I'm gonna do something probably really dumb right now, and I'm gonna cut the threads that I did.
Uh-oh.
Because I need more space to add this leg, basically.
Wait, are you amputating or adding a leg?
I'm adding a leg, but there was measurement problems, so I have to adjust it. There we go, a little more snipping. Oh, it's gonna be fun, maybe. This leg's gonna look like it was totally added on. We'll pretend that this Starry Lala lost a leg.
Aww.
And then, because starfish grow their legs back. It's fine, it's fine.
Oh no, but it sounds so sad.
It'll be happy. It'll just be happy to have been created. At that point, we'll all just be happy it was managed to be created. Because right now, that is very much in question. Alright. Alright, that sort of looks right, maybe. Yeah, well, we're the official... Gah.
We are the only Dragon Saga that exists.
Yeah, we're the only Dragon Saga. And we do get lots of updates. It's awesome. If you aren't on this server, you should be. Become one of us.
Me too. Didn't you guys just get one recently? Like a pretty big one?
Yeah, the Arcadia update. It's awesome and amazing and super duper fun. Alright. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. Is this gonna work? Yes. I have to believe this will work, Steph.
I believe in you.
Alright. Will this work? Yeah. I just gotta stab myself more. I gotta sacrifice. Oh no, I missed the thing I was stabbing it into.
Oh no.
That's funny. It's fine. It'll be fine. Maybe. Oh, I sort of hit it, like at the very edge. Alright. Well, I've started on this path and now there's no escape. So, off we go. Nope, 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 nope. Alright. I'm having to be very careful where I'm moving this needle. Very careful. see. Yeah, I see. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. Maybe I have this. It was very nice meeting you too. Thank you. Hopefully this will work. We're not past the trickiest part yet. Because the trickiest part is me trying to get the other side to work after I've done whatever I'm doing with this.
Whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
But you had a plan.
I did. Everything's falling apart, Jello Shaker. Everything's just falling apart. It is a plan. It's just a vague plan at this point because my old plan broke. It broke. Just all fell apart. So. Okay. Well, that's good enough, I guess. That's what we're going for here. On a first attempt. At a first attempt of a stuffed animal, good enough, I guess, is not that bad. Alright. So. Good. That skin. Stupid needle.
Please stop. I want to have some Dragonlark left at the end of this live stream.
I'm gonna tie this off again. Go ahead and stab it through, because stabbing is the way that you do this, I guess. That's where I've reached. So this is one side. It doesn't look like much yet, but it'll get there. Now we gotta do the other side. This looks much more messy because I've made mistakes. Alright, so I'm gonna need another thing of thread because this isn't gonna be enough. But luckily I have this other half of this thing that I messed up. So
Please don't put knots in that one too.
thank you. That
Just
was
a
necessary.
reminder. See, I've learned. Don't make it too long because things will happen.
That's true. Am I seeing double or is this actually? Oh, it is actually 2 threads. I was like, I'm losing my sight. I don't know what I'm seeing. All right, there we go. Wow, that was way too long if that was double. All right. All right, so now we're basically gonna do the same thing, only this side. So it's gonna be like, but I'm gonna have to leave part of it open. Yeah, I'm gonna leave part of it open so I can stuff it, and then so I can make it go inside
That
out.
sounds ominous.
Yeah, that's how it comes to life. Oh my gosh, I have 20 minutes to do this. Can I do this in 20 minutes?
Got to find out.
No. No. Oh my god, threading needles is the worst. Such a waste of time. This is why I made that thing super long, so I didn't want to freaking thread needles. Alright. Alrighty. Again, this was a way complicated way of doing this, and I'm not even really sure if it'll work, but we'll find out. And I know that the Starry Lalas and Lulus have like these patches of color. We are definitely not going to get to that today. But you can definitely sew
But you
those
can
on
someday.
afterwards. Yeah. You can definitely sew those on afterwards, or you can even color it in the way you want with the felt markers. Felt markers are the best. Alright, so here we go. I gotta remember this. We're gonna go ahead and continue with the backstitch method because
You've already decided if this is your life now?
already made that mistake, so we can't go back on it. I don't think we don't like it. Okay.
Who will think we don't like it?
The backstitch, and then it won't work for us in the future, and we need the backstitch to live. Does that sound crazy? That sounds crazy. I accept this.
It's Monday. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's about par for course for Monday.
Ah!
That
Don't
though.
stitch over there. Wrong. Oh, I see what I did wrong here. This has to be on the inside. Well, too late. Mistake made. No turning back.
Can't you though?
Oh, I can, I guess. I'll go the other way on the other ones. It's just this one that'll be dumb. We don't have time for going back. We'll just accept our mistakes. Sometimes you make mistakes when you create stuffed animals, and some are acceptable and some of them aren't. And we'll find out when I try to turn this inside out what kind of mistake this one was. It's an exciting adventure. Right?
So you won't find out until you actually flip it?
Yeah.
That's horrifying. Actually.
This was probably a mistake. Yeah, it's fine. It'll be fine, maybe. Stabby. Alright, so this stupid thing is gonna be so difficult. Alright. Good. Let's go over here and then stab through here. This has such a high possibility of stabbing me.
Please no.
There we go. But it didn't. There were no stabs on this live stream that were really shown so far, at least. Okay, I see. Yeah, so I went over this one. Mistake. I went under this one. Correct. Now we get to see what the correct and the incorrect versions look like. It's a learning experience. I did it on purpose to teach you guys.
But can you do it on purpose?
Oh my god.
It's like complete. Actually, no. It's tangentially related. It's ocean life.
You were so pleased to discover that.
See what I did there?
You did it on purpose.
I know. It was very shellfish of me. Someone's gotta fill those Oda boots, man. Might as well be me.
I think Astra's pretty good at
She is.
the puns, man. Qualification necessary for being
Yeah,
a
you know,
CF from
these are the questions we
Morrow.
ask when we interview people. Tell us your best pun.
It's like, oh, that's not even a pun. Get out of here.
Or maybe they say, oh, that's not even a pun, you're hired. I would say that's actually the more likely.
We have more than enough people making puns around here. And it's quite frankly driving us all insane.
That's probably true.
Okay.
Once upon a time, I used to hate puns.
Oh, yeah. But
And
now, you have joined the dark side.
basically. I don't think anybody has a choice, though. You just...
Because the puns choose you.
It's true. I folded up in this chair weird. I've also lost myself. I've also lost my sanity.
Oh no, those sound like important things not to lose. Alright, good. This is not going to be the front, this is going to be the back of it, and I'm just gonna try not to look at it when Righty. This is fine, everything is fine. It'll be okay, maybe. It's gonna be okay, little Starry Lulu. Lolo.
Lily.
Star
Wait,
thing.
how many, which vowels? Lala, a, lele.
What?
Lili, Lili? Lolo, Lulu?
What?
Because if there's like at least five variations, right?
Yes.
Do they have like, oh, it's so cute.
What?
It doesn't even look like anything yet, but it's so cute.
It's an amorphous blob screaming in agony as
It kind of looks like a flower.
Yeah, if this all goes wrong, we'll pretend that's what I was doing. And we have a flower, folks. As intended.
As intended.
this one again.
But you will.
I wanted to make a really big version, actually, like a huggable version, but then I realized that would take way too much time and decided on a smaller version for my first attempt on the live stream. Which, again, may be a mistake, because what if I never do this again? Because this has traumatized me. Alright, I got 15 minutes to do this. Come on. Come on. I got this. Maybe. It's only been 5 minutes and I've actually got a lot of stuff done, I think. So, I'm almost done. Oh no, there's not enough. You know what? We're just gonna make it work. Ignore the fact that it shouldn't. It's gonna work. So what are you doing back there? I haven't even turned around to see.
I've been drawing stuff. I say, like, I mean, that's what I do. I draw things.
That's what I do, man. Okay. Oh man, yeah, this was a mistake, but it's fine.
I'm breaking in that shiny new journal I bought.
Nice.
And I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with it.
That's the best way to create. With no idea what you're doing.
Is that what this stream is? Just
I sort of know what I'm doing though. I have a plan. A terrible, terrible plan, but a plan nonetheless. Okay. Alrighty. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, I can see how it looks like a flower. It's fine.
I mean, it's a flower.
It'll be a star, surely. Surely any minute now it'll turn into a star. Alright, how about a... Yeah, this is how this is gonna have to go. Alright, I can do this. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I'm actually gonna finish this in time.
Yes. Good job.
It's looking like it's gonna be done in time. Oh, I forgot I gotta leave space for the stuffing and to turn it inside out. Well, good thing I remembered that before I completely messed it up. Alright. So, this should be maybe too much space. Let's try another stitch before you need space to completely turn it inside out and to stuff it. So this is probably, it's a lot of space actually, but you're gonna need that sort of. Actually, that right there might be enough space. Yeah, we're just gonna leave, God, that's gonna be really hard to turn inside out with that though. Yeah, we're gonna, the less space is better because then it's more difficult to see where it has been turned inside out. So you can see it actually is doing what it's supposed to do right now, which is amazing. It's sensing the end is near.
It's excited to get up and be alive.
It is. Indubitably. That is what it is.
Indubitably.
Okay. Alright, this should be enough space. Maybe. So then I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. Hopefully this really is enough space. Whoop. Now we're going to cut this. The scissors will allow it. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna see if this worked, because I gotta turn this inside out, which is tricky when you have all of the star things. It's possible I should have done this before I reached this point, but we'll find out. So turning this inside out is gonna be annoying. I can already sense that. Just smush it all out and then worry about the star parts being correct later, because there we go. Yeah, be free. All right, so yeah. So right now it doesn't look right, but we'll see.
Well, you're gonna stuff it, so then it will look more
So
correct.
there's. Will I be giving it away? It would be hard for me to get this to people.
I've thought about that,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like extra life stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you donate a certain amount.
So this didn't come out the way I wanted it to, but
You'll love it anyway.
I will. I'm gonna go ahead and stab it a little bit to get the points more pointy. It might be something too, but if people come to game night, we could have like rewards.
Or we play really competitively in games.
I know that's what you want to do.
In Street
So,
Fighter.
As you can see, mistakes were made, but it's fine. Okay.
Woohoo.
Thanks. I gotta sew up the ends now. A better way to do this would have been, so this was actually, I thought originally having a circle on the outside would be better, but now I think it would have been better sort of on the inside. No one wants this particular one. I'll do a better one later, and then maybe I'll think about allowing it to be given away.
Allowing it to,
Oh, I gotta stuff it first too. Well, there's 2 openings right now, which there shouldn't be, so this can be the part, and this can be the part where I sew it up. Yeah, we gotta sew this part up here. At least it looks sort of like a star. So it has that going for it.
I want to see it. I can't see from here. It's cute.
No, it looks like a turtle, sort of. I don't like it.
No, it looks like a Starry Lulu.
So there will be other attempts with more finesse involved.
Believe in your friend and coworker. Believe in me.
It might be better even just to make a red star and then put the things on top. That would have probably had the same results as what I did, but with less time and energy involved. Alright, so we're going to sew up, one of the ends over here kind of came undone, so we're going to use a ladder stitch for that. And a ladder stitch, the way that looks is I go all the way through the things I want to stitch together, which is just right here. And then I go back through. No, that's not the right thing to do. And then I just kind of do that over and over again, except for, again, more finesse is probably usually involved. And it's kind of invisible-ish, so that's what's kind of good about it. It's more difficult. When you pull it together like that, it makes it hard to see the thread. That goes through. But it's not as, like, oh no. It's not as stable as like a backstitch. But the backstitch is very visible, so you kind of have a trade-off. You gotta decide where you want everything to be, if you want it to be seen, if you don't want it to be seen. I obviously have to work on my actual sewing a lot, but that will come with time. I'll compare this to whatever my final version looks like in the future. Scissors, please. Alright, now I'm going to stuff it full of stuffing. And when you stuff it full of stuffing, you probably want to stuff the little corners first. So like the little star points, you want to stuff those first. To make sure that they do get all stuffing, and you don't want to just kind of throw it in there. So we're putting stuffing in the little corners. See? Stuffing. I'll probably have to, so there's like an opening there, so I'll have to sew that back up with a ladder stitch too. Okay. Basically there'll be a lot of like tidying up this. This will need a lot of tidying up. Stuffing, oops. Stuffing to make it fluffy. And this is the stuffing I'm using. It's a, what is it? Classic fiber fill.
We need to show them how big that bag is.
It's a giant bag.
It's a pillow.
Yeah, it's like a pillow's worth of fluff.
I think it's more than a pillow's worth.
That's true. It's probably more than a pillow's worth. Alright. A surprising amount of stuffing will fit inside of plushies too. Like, probably almost twice the amount you think will fit in order to make it so it doesn't like get tossed around. And then you're gonna want a lot of fluff in the center probably to make it fatter. Good. Fighting with the bag that doesn't want to share. Very rude bag. Terrible manners. This is looking less like what it's supposed to the more I fill it up. But that's fine. We'll learn from our mistakes. Fluff. So much fluff. So much fluffiness. Okay. Mm-hmm. I might go over by like 5 minutes or something, because I want to sew up the ends of this and draw the face on. So this is me stuffing this poor little guy, but he needs stuffing to be alive, so luckily my full stuffing. Alright, so that's a lot of stuffing. Now let's see if I can. Oh no, where's the needle? Alright. I'm gonna tie off this end of the needle. Probably shouldn't let your needles just lie around either. That's dangerous.
That's dangerous. Make sure you put them. Aren't you supposed to have like a tomato thing?
Yeah, I'm using this little felt mouse that I created.
Oh.
I'm just stabbing it in there. But yeah, keep them somewhere safe and not like I just did. Alright. So we're gonna use a ladder stitch. I'm gonna use a ladder stitch to sew this guy up. There we go. So that all his little stuffing stays in. Stay in there. Whoop. But it's gonna be difficult because now he has stuffing. Now he has stuffing. It's gonna be okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, that worked. It's fine. Everything's fine, guys. We got this. Alright. And then we're gonna go ahead and move the ladder stitch to be over here. I'm just gonna move it right along. So it's sort of on this end. Oh, no. This guy's being really difficult. He does not like what is happening to him apparently, which is just too bad. Resist being born, little starfish. It'll be fine. Okay. That's because I gotta go like this as well. There's a lot of problems with this little guy. Alright, so there we go. Almost done with this part of it anyway. There's another area that needs to be stitched up a little bit, but we'll do that after I draw the face on. Ow.
I should have kept a counter of how many times you poked yourself a little bit.
No. That's so mean.
No, it just be. Then we keep.
Jello Shaker wants to keep track of my thing.
And then we keep track of it in future ones, and then we do analytics and analyze.
If I'm getting better
If you're
or
getting
worse.
better. You can only get better.
I don't know. Usually you stab yourself when you're in a hurry, though. That's what I'm
That's
doing.
true.
Because I'm sort of hurrying, so that's why the stabbings are happening. Don't let fear of stabbing yourself stop you from creating one of these things. Just take your time. Don't be like me. Alright, so this guy's coming apart of the seams a little bit, but we're gonna move along. We can touch up the sewing again a little bit off stream. I think you guys kind of get the sewing, maybe not. I'm sorry. Alright, so there, I got that part, at least. It looks like all of the corners need some help, though. So this was a questionable way to do this. I might try a different style. So other time, if I do, I'll post about it on Twitter or something so that you guys will be aware that this is the wrong way. Alright, so now, I might as well draw a little face on him. Originally I used felt, and you can do that as well. But, for now, we're gonna draw his little face. He has little eyes, and then he has a big starry lollipop mouth. There we go. And again, these markers are really neat because it should stay on here. It'll fade a little bit, but it'll stay.
Well, I mean, you could always just go over and marker and then, come back later.
Yeah, you can put felt on it. You can also use embroidery. I use
Ooh, embroidery.
Embroidery is really fun. And it's surprisingly easy to do.
You lying to me.
Super easy. See? Now that he has the face, he's
Aw.
surely the Starry Lala. So yeah, that could have gone better. But I guess it could have gone worse. At least I sort of finished it.
It's
So-
adorable, and I love it.
Thanks. You could also kind of color in the splotches with another marker to kind of be like, look, he's got the little Starry Lala splotches. Which again, you can go over with like cloth or something if you think that it needs to look more better. More better.
More better. That is a legitimate term.
So, also don't touch the marker on your little Starry Lalas right after, because it will get all over your fingers. It's a fact. It's just how it goes. So, there, we attempted to make a Starry Lala. It's vaguely star-shaped and it has the face on it, so I guess in that way we completed our task.
Yay!
Again, in the future, what you might want to do is just cut out a star and then put the felt over it, because that's kind of what this looks like. I did anyway. We are out of time, so thank you guys for joining us, and have a fantastic rest of your Mondays. If you have any suggestions for future stuff you'd like to see, someone said Paris, which is a little bit ambitious, but I guess I could try it. Any kind of things you'd want to see for Make Stuff Monday in general, or for Dragon Saga or other game monsters you'd like to see stuffed animals of. Let me know on forums, on Twitter, on Facebook, and I'll try it out. All right, Happy holidays, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.